Everyone ready? All right. Good morning. I'm Sergeant Ryan Papura with the Ohio State Highway Patrol. I want to thank you all for being here today. Special thank you to our media partners and the Cleveland Auto Show for hosting us, allowing us this opportunity to talk about our collaborative traffic safety initiatives that have been taking place on Ohio Turnpike this year. Our partnership with the Ohio Turnpike is an example of how through collaboration we can make our roadways safer for those who live, work, or travel on the Turnpike and our state. Far too often, our troopers, our partners at the Turnpike, and our first responders see the tragedies that occur on our roadways. Many of these tragedies are preventable, ultimately result in the loss of life or injury to others. From 2019 through 2023, on the Turnpike, there were 3,800 traffic-related crashes where speed was a factor. 16 people lost those lives in those crashes, and more than 1,500 were injured. There were 348 crashes where distraction was a contributing factor, causing one life to be lost, and 140 other people were injured. During the same time period, there were 27 fatalities where a safety belt was available, but not in use. As you can see, in far too many instances, these senseless and preventable tragedies result in dangerous driving behaviors. That is why the motoring public can expect to see Ohio State troopers on the Turnpike conducting high visibility patrols in 2024, focused on distracted driving, speed enforcement, and safety belt usage. The patrol utilizes a data-driven approach to identify the areas where our troopers can have the biggest impact on changing driving behaviors to make the Turnpike and all of our state roadways safer for everyone. But we can't just enforce our way to a safer Ohio Turnpike. To truly create the safest driving environment, we need the commitment from motorists to drive in ways that are responsible and safe. Simple things like driving the posted limit, not sending that text message, and ensuring everyone in your vehicle is wearing a safety belt are ways you can instantly enhance safety for everyone on our roadways. In addition to making the right choice for yourself by doing the simple things I just mentioned and insisting others follow your lead, you have the power to influence others to make the right choice so everyone's family, friends, and their loved ones can have them home at the end of the day. Not committing to these simple things I just mentioned can result in life ending or have lifelong consequences. We also want to remind motorists to use caution in Turnpike work zones when construction projects begin, as spring is just around the corner. Work zone safety is something our state troopers take seriously. We will work alongside our partners at the Turnpike and enforce laws within work zones to deter dangerous driving behaviors, to protect those who are maintaining our roadways, and keep Ohio moving. Additionally, please be mindful of our troopers, our first responders, and our roadside Turnpike workers who are out there assisting the motoring public on the roadside in close proximity to traffic. To put it in perspective, our troopers have assisted more than 60,000 motorists on the Ohio Turnpike since 2019, and countless more have been assisted by first responders and our Turnpike personnel. Anytime you see flashing lights, no matter the color, please move over if you can. If you cannot move over, we please ask that you slow down. Through our commitment to safety by motorists, our partnership with the Ohio Turnpike, we can keep Turnpike safe for everyone. Thank you again for this opportunity to say a few words, and thank you for all for coming out to the Cleveland Auto Show. I turn it over now to Chris Matt, our Chief Engineer for the Ohio Turnpike and Infrastructure Commission. Chris.
Thank you, Sergeant Papura. The Ohio Turnpike truly values our partnership with the Ohio State Highway Patrol to keep the motorists and the workers on our roadway safe. Thank you to Cleveland Automobile Dealers Association for the opportunity today to promote roadway safety to an audience that we are both trying to reach, car shoppers and their families. Reiterating, we need to discuss how we can change dangerous driving behaviors to reduce crashes and prevent fatalities on our roadways. As you heard, the Ohio State Patrol is doing their part by focusing on enforcement, speed violations, and seatbelt usage. The Ohio Turnpike will do our part as we will continue to improve our roadways, our bridges, our signage, and lighting to increase safety. We will also modernize our roadway with overhead dynamic message boards, variable speed limits, camera systems, and highly reflective pavement markings. The automotive engineers are doing their part. Today at this fabulous auto show, you look around at the vehicles. Even in the base models, these vehicles have forward collision warning, lane departure systems, adaptive cruise control, and more. These systems are safety enhancements, but they are not replacements for safe and responsible driving behaviors. We need a commitment from the motorist to drive in ways that are responsible and safe. Why? To reduce the number of vehicle accidents, to get rid of the ridiculous fact that 3 lives are lost each day on Ohio's roadways. Changing driving behavior requires a combination of law enforcement and education. 3 significant factors in roadway accidents are preventable, and they include driving at unsafe speed, following too closely, and failure to yield the right-of-way. Almost 1 out of every 3 accidents on the Ohio Turnpike is directly related to speed. When it comes to deadly driving, there are 2 main behaviors: distracted driving and aggressive driving. The Ohio State Patrol is doing their part to combat aggressive driving by speed enforcement, and to help combat distracted driving, Ohio's phone down while driving law went into effect last October. To reduce the chances of being involved in a crash, motorists should always focus on the basics of operating a vehicle, such as obeying the rules of the road and driving for the conditions. During the peak of the construction season, we can have up to 1,300 men and women working on the Ohio Turnpike. Our collective goal is to get them home safely every day. When it comes to the roadways, when it comes to the safety of our maintenance crews and construction workers, state patrol, tow truck providers, construction contractors, fire departments, and emergency services, there are 2 year-round campaign initiatives to keep in mind. They are work zone safety and move over, slow down. Dangerous driving behaviors on our highway put our maintenance crews and roadway workers at risk, severe risk in our work zones. With the roadway construction season rapidly approaching, raising awareness is a top priority. Everyone plays a role in work zone safety. We are urging motorists to drive safely in and around our work zones by establishing a safe following distance, following the work zone speed limits, avoiding distractions, paying attention to the signs, and being prepared to slow down and stop. Signs are placed all along Ohio's roadways to remind motorists of Ohio's move-over law. The law requires drivers to move over and slow down for all stationary vehicles with flashing lights on the side of the road. But just don't do it for those vehicles. Do it for any vehicle you come upon that's on the side of the road. We're urging all the motorists to be attentive when driving through our work zones and to move over and slow down so that everyone returns home to their families at the end of the day. By eliminating dangerous driving behaviors, most vehicle crashes are preventable. Again, that means more of us will get home safely to our families. Together with our partners in law enforcement, we hope to encourage safe driving habits and prevent crashes year-round on the Ohio Turnpike and all of our roadways. Thank you for the opportunity to promote roadway safety and to protect the users of our roadway as well as the men and women that work on them.